Okay, hold on. Happy Wednesday, Staffingpreneurs. It is your day. It is Q&A day. How are you guys? Hey, I don't know if you guys can hear me. So if you can hear me, put something in the chat box. Say, D, I can hear you. D, I can't hear you. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. All right. Hey, Pam. Yes. How are you? It's so good to see you. How's everybody doing? Hey, Latasha. Hey, Lorraine. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Jackie. How you guys doing? I was trying to throw something in my mouth really quick before I met with you guys because I have been going nonstop all day. It is Wednesday Q&A day. People are still chiming in on the line and logging in, so that's super duper exciting. I started off today a little bit different with a song because the song has got to stay focused, and we didn't have enough registrants for the New Orleans boot camp for me to actually go there. But for the individuals who did pay for their boot camp ticket, we did a live boot camp. We're doing a live boot camp virtually, which is freaking awesome because it gives us an opportunity to kind of do some really awesome things. So I'm very excited about that. And one of the things that I noticed during today's boot camp is that my staffingpreneurs are not always as focused as we want them to be. So every time someone said something that was not on track, where they kind of moved to a different place, I would play this song. I'm going to play the song a little bit. They were cracking up. This is by Wale called Stay Focused. And so every time they would say something, they would go back to their old mentality. This was what they got. You got to stay focused. And it got so funny after a period of time because thank you, Constance. How are you? It's so awesome to see you. It got so funny because we started talking about niche and building our market out and understanding our market and narrowing the market down. And every time I would get really to a good place where we were narrowed, one of the staffingpreneurs would say, well, maybe I should just look at all of them. Put it on. Gotta put it on. I mean, just giggles everywhere. But I think that was a good topic of discussion to kind of get us started today before we start answering questions. How focused are you? What type of activities are you producing? Jackie said, OMG, the niche. That's exactly right. What activities are you producing on a consistent basis where you are 100% focused on receiving a specific outcome? Because that's really how you make it in this business, is being focused, right? Understanding when you wake up in the morning, I don't care if you have a day job or if you're working this job or working this business in the evenings, but knowing, okay, this is my set time that I'm actually sitting down and I'm going to focus on the business. And not only am I going to turn everything else off and turn everyone else off, but I'm actually going to decide these are the top 2 tasks or the top 3 tasks that I'm definitely going to focus on today, no matter what craziness happens, right? These are the things that I'm going to focus today, and I'm going to make sure that I implement these things today, because that's how this business works. It's by you having a level of focus and commitment. And I get excited when I start seeing the staffingpreneurs. Hey, Linda, so good to see you. Because you see people like Constance, you see people like Ashley Harrison, you see people, it was a Sharon that made all those placements last, we had the 20 contractors a couple of weeks ago. Was that you, Sharon? You see all of these people really taking that energy that they have. And Lori Struby, she's another one. She's like on fire. And even I see Pam Scott she's got some activity going on. Hey, Pam. That's what when you see these people making placements and getting the contracts and different things like that, you know that they are completely focused. They are in their business. They understand, they feel and understand that it's more important to master this business than anything else at that very moment in time. So And Trudy, thank you, Lorraine. Lorraine, you are on it, girl. I appreciate it, Ladybug. I appreciate it. Lorraine, I appreciate you. Yes, Trudy, she's the young lady I was also thinking about as well. Hey, Sheila, it's good to see you. So I just wanted to kind of keep that. I want to keep that in mind as you are going through this business. For those of you who are working for someone else and doing this business, remember, you don't want to take all your energy and time and put it in somebody else's dream and not put the same level of effort and time into your dream. In the beginning, you may have some sleepless nights, but after a while, it won't be that way anymore. So make sure that you really, really, really have a strong intention to focus on what your end goal, what you want your end goal to be. You can call it faith. You can call it law of attraction. You can call it even keel vibrational. I don't care what you call it. I call it focus, an intentional focus on what you want your end goal to be, because that you've got to have a focus. And I went to a conference recently, and one of the things they were talking about is why people aren't making it in their home, in their small businesses and their independent businesses. And it really was all about the mindset. People were saying, in the back of my mind, I was thinking this wasn't going to work anyway, so I just gave up, or this, that. They didn't have a focused intention. They were focusing on what they didn't want to happen versus what they did want to happen. So I challenge you to focus on the tasks that are going to help bring your business to where you want it to be. I encourage you to focus on the intention of what you want in your business. You can have 20 contractors on billing. You can make 20 placements in a month. You can do all of those things with good, strong focus. So that is my Wednesday pep talk. As you guys can see, my voice is a little raspy, so I've got some tea here. I'm going to drink some here. And I got my initial on this one, not my Staffingpreneurs cup. This was really good tea. So I just want to thank you guys. Everyone's still logging in, so that's freaking awesome. Hey, Tanisha, it's so good to see you. So glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's see what the comments. Okay, great. Hey, Latasha. She says, hi, Dee. Lorraine says, hi, Dee. Hi, Dee, it's Jackie. Constance says, hello, Dee. Hello, Dee. You are looking fab on this wonderful Wednesday evening. Thank you so much. I feel absolutely amazing, actually. Thank you. Pam said, I know I need that song without even hearing it. Pam, let me play it one more time for you, just a little bit. Gotta stay focused. She said, I already know I need that song. I know I need to stay focused. That is hilarious. Jackie says, OMG, the niche. Here we go. Latasha says, that's where I need to start. I want to do this full time, but my full-time job is getting in the way. I want to quit because I feel I am turning my wheels. Even though I'm one of those people that will quit a job in a heartbeat, I would never encourage someone to quit unless they're ready to deal with all the things that comes along with quitting your job. Make sure you have a backup so that you're not in a position where you're stepping out and then stepping back in to another opportunity. It's going to frustrate you like crazy. However, if you are ready to grind, then you could definitely quit your job, because if you're ready to grind and put the time, the hours in, and the activity, then all the activity that you're producing will result into some really awesome results. So keep that in mind. Jackie says, focus in all caps. Follow once, course until success. I love that. Can you please add that to the Facebook group? I think our people need to hear that. Focus means or equals to follow once course until success, or follow once course or follow one course until success. That's exactly right. Follow one course until success. And remember, repetition, is imperative. That's what your rotation schedule is for. And Trudy talked about that a couple of weeks ago, which is how she ended up rocking out those those 20 contractors because she was following up with that client on a consistent basis. Are you following up? Not just with your clients, because I know I talk a lot about clients, but you understand you got to be following up with your candidates as well. One of the easiest ways, in my opinion, to build a relationship and to gain job orders on a consistent basis is through the conversations that you're having with your candidates. Most recruiters only talk about the job. They don't ask their candidate for the hiring manager's information for the last contract or the last job that they worked. They don't ask their candidates if their current company is hiring. They don't ask candidates where they interviewing. You're leaving so much money on the table by leaving out those few small, simple things. Does anybody hear me? Do y'all agree? Are you guys doing that? Hello. Wake up, people. Hey, Shalonda, how are you? It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Now, I'm not sure who has questions, but Pam actually added a question in the academy right before our Q&A call. So I'm going to pull that up. How you feeling, Shalonda? I'm so glad to feel your energy on this call. I'm glad you're here. Things going great in the business? Hope so. Also, if you haven't been into the Facebook group today, make sure you check out one of the posts I put in there, 10 popular places for you to post your job that are free and or not so free. There's some great resources in there for you. Apparently, people are definitely using these resources, and if you have the ability to use them as well, please do so. Okay, Pam asks, she says, here's my question for tonight or now, if anyone has answers. A very well-established prime contractor construction firm wants to use my services as a resource for their subcontractors when they need to supplement their teams with skilled and unskilled labor. That is awesome, Pam. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. USA Staffing was not able to help me with the workman's comp. Has anyone else had success with another company for workman's comp with construction staffing? You know, I've been getting calls all day from USA Staffing, but I've been in that boot camp, so I haven't been able to even respond back. I do know that there is one or two companies out there, but within the construction space, Pam, honestly, you know, we have had challenges finding companies that were not only willing to cover the workman's comp, but also that were willing to cover the payroll funding as well. So off the top of my head, no. Did you call WWC? Oh my gosh, I feel so embarrassed by not remembering the name. They're in the, let me see if I can pull the manual out, because we have one in there. Do they not focus? Do they not have support the construction space? Pam, let me, oh, can I turn the, Constance says, congratulations, Pam. Look at the love. I love the love that's going on. I'm going to unmute you, Pam. Oh, she's not on the line. I unmuted you if you can talk. Let's just see. Y'all, let's see. Setting up your...
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Hey, my love. So good to hear your voice.
Same here. Hey, G and everybody.
Okay, so what have you reached out to any workman's comp companies at this point? Let me ask that.
No, I haven't. I just was trying to first see who somebody had success with, so I wouldn't have to kind of go through that whole aggravating process, you know, making somewhat cold calls or trying to see if somebody else in the construction space maybe had success with some companies.
Did in the manual and in the on the Staffingpreneurs Academy, worldwide specialty programs, I know offers workman's comp insurance. You can also call Kelly over at Assurance Agency. She's actually so awesome. She's freaking awesome. I'm not sure if they cover for the construction space, but I'm almost sure they do, and somebody else can kind of go back behind me if you've talked to them and learned differently.
Okay.
I'm not sure about Madison Insurance Group, but I believe that Assurance Agency and Worldwide Specialty Programs does offer the workman's comp for the construction space. So make sure you reach back out. Did USA Staffing say why they did not, why they would not cover the workman's comp for the construction?
Well, after conversation, they ended up telling me that I'd need to have 5 to 8 years of experience in construction and or staffing, and they shared a lot about it. If something happens, they could lose all of their workman's comp, and so.
That sounds ridiculous, but okay. Did you tell him that you were calling from Staffingpreneurs Academy?
Well, I had originally I had been in communication with Harold Brooks on a regular basis, and so when this opportunity became available, I sent some notes to Harold, and Harold forwarded it on to Matthew, and I can't remember the other guy's name, and they had some questions, and I sent some information back. I couldn't answer all their questions because I don't know who the subcontractors or the particular positions that would be involved at this point. So all I could send back was general information.
Okay.
Information about the prime contractor and their safety program. And so then I kind of, after I sent the information, it kind of moved slow. So I started kind of pushing for, some feedback, or do I need to submit anything? And that's when I got the call from Matthew. And, he asked me a lot of questions and, concluded with he wasn't able to help me until maybe 5 to 8 years down the road.
That sounds crazy. And I'm not familiar with that, but and I will reach out to Matt because that sounds insane, because they do cover the workman's comp for just about every other industry that's in play. So I'm not really sure why, but we'll talk about that, and we'll look for some additional resources as well. So while you're on your hunt, I'll have my team as well on our hunt to just kind of do some digging on the back end through my network to see if anyone else can support you. Is that okay with you?
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you, Pam. It's so awesome to see that you are rocking it out in the business. You still in the because you got quiet on me, so I don't really know what's going on. So I'm glad to see that you're still in the business and you're rocking it out. I love that.
Well, I did take a step back because, like you were talking about the niche, I was really at one point thinking about taking another niche because construction, especially in my region, is really impacted by the oil and gas industry job losses. You have a lot of people just moving right over into construction. So you have a lot of people in the market that are actively looking for work. So, I kept hearing over and over and over that from inside of companies and from outside of companies that they didn't need recruiting services because they have people readily available. And then I was kind of seeing that because, from people applying for jobs that I was posting, I was seeing just a lot of project managers and construction managers just readily available with just, great skills and great credentials. So I was just trying to think, well, so then that's when I said, well, I did notice that there was definitely a need for on the labor side. So I said, well, maybe I should turn some attention toward that side.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. So the same conference I was talking about earlier, I went to a week or two ago. But I don't know what that was, in between my boot camps, and they had they were having a big discussion about the Bureau of Labor Statistics, some of the stats that recently came out. And one of the things that, and this came out in January of this year, and it really forced me to even go back to how I market Staffingpreneurs Academy, because they were talking very aggressively about what areas are the true areas that need staffing agencies and what areas are not. See, in my mind, you can do a niche staffing agency in any area. But the reality is that you really want to focus on the areas where there's a hardcore need. Construction was not one of them. Administrative assistance was not one of them. Customer service was not one of them. They felt like those were all areas where There was a plethora of jobs, and an equal amount of candidates that were out there available to fill the jobs. There are enough agencies to cover those particular niches. But in the areas where there really is a true need economically in the United States and globally is healthcare, IT, and oddly enough, teachers. The teaching space.
Wow.
Very apparently there's a massive shortage, and there are not a lot of staffing agencies out there covering their teaching space. And I know that for a fact because on the splits board, we always get teaching job orders. And so retail, they were saying, it's a high turnover, so there's a need, but there's so many people that can fill those positions that, that's not a space as well where there's a hardcore need for for another staffing agency in the mix. And of course, I say that respectfully. So that made me think, okay, so we really need to be focusing on IT, healthcare IT and healthcare, because that's where there is a massive need. And I'm going to just show you here, Pam. You see these cards? These were all my notes. And these were like the niches and the spaces that were really even, they were in massive need. And actually, which was interesting, even down to the project managers, they were saying that general project managers or functional project managers they don't have a massive, there's not a shortage, but there's a shortage in IT project management from an infrastructure or software development perspective. So even in something as broad as project management as a whole, you have one area of project management that has a massive shortage and one area where there's an overflow. So we definitely want to, that was the topic of conversation today. We literally sat down and went through, and I don't know, y'all can see my screen. I'm going to share a little bit, cheat sheet of how we went through the niche. And I'm actually going to create this and make it accessible for all of you as well. And give me 1 second. I'm going to show you what we did today, because it was a lot of research. We put a lot of research in to try to figure out, okay, what niche is going to work best. Oh, they said my application isn't responding. Oh, that's sad. But I actually put it together in a spreadsheet. Let me just see. Give me 1 second, because I really kind of want to show you guys. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you for letting me know. Let's try again here, because I really kind of want y'all should see my little hand was like stuck in the air. Show you exactly. Okay. All right. I got it. All right. I see questions are pouring in. I want to answer everybody's questions today. And we have more people that just kind of chimed in while I'm Wanda! I love Wanda. Wanda, you better be in DC. I ain't even playing with you. You don't have no options. You've been to just about every boot camp. If you're not in DC, my feelings are going to be hurt. So I'm just letting you know right now. If Wanda Petty is not in Washington, D.C. for my live boot camp, there's going to be some major challenges going on in the world of Staffingpreneurs Academy. All right? So you just got to know that that's what the deal is today, Wanda. Okay, hold on. Let me just show you. Oh, my gosh. Open. Y'all know Wanda is just like one of the most amazing people I've ever met as well. And her energy is crazy positive, crazy awesome. Okay, so when that comes up, I'll share that with you. Pam, I just want to, you're in this space, the labor space. I'm going to tell you, even though there may be a need, it's going to be challenging for you to get payroll funding for the construction space, and depending on the types of positions, and still the insurance. Construction is a high risk type of niche. I thought you were doing project managers, but it's just a high risk type of niche. And so before you dive into that labor space, and I understand why you're kind of dealing with this challenge, I want to encourage you just yet one more time to think about maybe how you can turn your current niche into a space, maybe do management. You know what I'm saying? Maybe do management in the construction space where, I don't know. I have to talk to you offline to kind of get an idea of what direction to go.
Yeah, I do have a one-on-one schedule, but that's what my niche was the construction project management space.
I know, but you're saying there's not as much of a demand in that space. I thought I saw
right.
a one-on-one. I thought I did. I can't wait to meet with you because we'll spend some good time going over narrowing down your niche. I'm trying to pull up my Excel for whatever reason. It's got to get itself together because I've got another live class right after this. So, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm going to pull it up here because I think it's super duper important that you guys see this. Let me see if I can make it. All right. And we've got like 7 other questions. Questions are like literally pouring in. And while I'm getting this to go up, hey, Ronaldo, how are you? It's so good to see you. Wanda, possibly Houston. You know, that means you mean Dallas, not Houston. We're going to be in Dallas. She said she'll possibly be in Dallas. Dallas is going to be off the chain. Dallas is going to be packed. And also DC is going to be packed. Oh, by the way, we have a special guest coming to the DC live boot camp on the first day. And I'm trying to see if I can get somebody in on the second day. But we have a special guest coming on the first day. She's already confirmed. She is a expert YouTube consultant. You know, on the first day, we talk about market research. We talk about strategy. We talk about branding to roll into day 2 and day 3. And she's coming in to show us how to take our recruitment and staffing agency business and rock it out on YouTube. So for everyone that's coming to the DC boot camp, it's going to be absolutely awesome. So Ronaldo, I know you're going to the DC. I know Glasgow's going to be there. I know a couple of other people. I just know those 2 off the top of my head because they make me laugh all the time. And so I definitely want to see. I haven't responded, Latasha, just yet. And I definitely want to see all of you guys in DC if you can make it. Remember, if you have already attended a live boot camp anywhere this year, you have a free seat at the upcoming boot camp. All you got to do is get your ticket there. So if you're ready to kind of get in and get some extra practice on making calls to clients, making calls to candidates, making sure that your niche is tight and your message is strong, I would love to see you in either DC or Dallas. Also, every other boot camp is canceled after that this year because I'm pulling this up. I just want to let you guys know that, you say you want me places, but when I get there or when it's time to come, you're not signing up. And so it's not beneficial for me to travel across the country for 1 or 2 people for one location. So I just want you to keep that in mind. And until we may do some pre-orders on some locations if you guys are interested. But the very last boot camp for 2016 is Washington, D.C., the first week in August. We will not have another one until January of next year, where we'll either be back in San Juan or we'll be in Costa Rica. And this time, that was going to be freaking awesome. We've already started planning that. And y'all can come. And if you don't, I'll be on the beach by myself. You hear me, Pam? I'm gonna have to go. If they're not coming, Pam, I'm gonna have to go to the beach by myself. Okay. Y'all know I'm working out every day, so I'm gonna wear a nice hot bikini too. All right, I'm joking, but
I can't even type.
You said what? She's so cute. Okay, so I just want to really quickly show you this document. We've got at least 30 minutes to an hour on this call. Keep your questions coming in so I can keep a great flow coming on. If you have questions and you don't want me to mention your name, just make sure you put it in the chat box. I won't say your name. You know, I get excited when I see you guys. Okay. We have Sheila. Let's see. everything. Linda, I said, look, Keisha, hi, Kaveen, hi, hey, Jonathan.
Listen,
Jonathan Edwards, really quickly, is brand new with Staffingpreneurs Academy. You guys give him a huge welcome. Welcome, Jonathan. Thanks for being here. Hey, Ida, welcome. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate your presence here. Okay, if you guys can see my screen here, and it's still loading, we put in some serious work today, automating the process of looking at what the niche market looks like here. And as you can see, my little baby here does not like the fact that I am on GoToWebinar. But the niche here that we were focusing on is the RN space. And what we did was we went through a full-blown session of how do you develop this niche market. Now, it's so interesting because I just saw something. Somebody, I thought Jackie sent me something about the niche. I may have missed that. I thought somebody asked about the niche. Everyone is saying, welcome, Jonathan. Hello, welcome, Jonathan. They're going crazy. Okay. Wanda said, y'all need to get y'all act together about these live boot camps. Y'all have no clue what y'all are missing out on. Anybody who's been to my live boot camp know they are on fire all the time. Great information. Okay, if you look at this niche, we went through this niche today. I'm actually going to go over this tonight on my next call. She was trying to one of the ladies was trying to figure out, how do I want to do nurses. She was full blown. I'm going to just provide nursing for every industry. And I had to bring her back and put that song on about focus and kind of bring her back to a focus. And what we did was we went just on Indeed alone to see what the landscape looked like for her niche market. And for those of you that are brand new and you're still trying to figure out, how do I figure out what that niche is going to be, she started to think about an area that she was focused on. And Pam, I'm going to put you on pause here, on mute. I love you so much. And I appreciate you diving in here. Hold on one second. I had to blow that kiss at you, Pam. I really appreciate you. She was trying to figure out how to narrow down her niche. And so I asked her, what was she interested in? We looked at oncology. We looked at pediatrics. We looked at nurse practitioners in certain areas. I actually had her to go from nurse practitioners, anesthesiologists, and RNs as her niche, all the way down to the RN niche. And then she said she wanted to support companies that were supporting our elderly, our seniors, which I love because we're all going to be there at one time in our lives, right? So we looked at the landscape and we said, okay, which we said geriatric, right? What is in line with geriatric? We figured out hospice and palliative care. So we went in to see how many jobs out there were available. And then we stood nationwide and we started to log the numbers in so that we could get a good idea. Is this a good niche to tap into? She's in Texas. So we said, okay, what top 4 cities do you want to focus on in Texas? So we went in and looked at those top 4 cities. I hope you guys can see this, and started to look at the job opportunities that were out there. Then I said, let's go in and do some research to find the top 5 states that nurses are needed in. So she said, okay, well, in geriatrics, Florida, California, Georgia, and Washington. So we pulled main cities out of there to see what that looked like from a market perspective and how many job opportunities were available. And she's a one-man firm. So somebody may look at these numbers and say, Dee, that's kind of small. But if you're a one-man firm and your local market is Texas and you've got around 2,500 job openings, 10% of that is 250. If you can get 10% of that business, you're already $1 million business. Not to mention going outside of Texas into Florida, California, and Oregon as well. And then if she wants to have an overflow nationwide, there are 46,000 jobs. And then we went and compared that to the number of resumes and profiles that we saw on Indeed and LinkedIn as well. Then she wanted to go back and she said, okay, well, I want to look at the same niches, but I want to look at nurse practitioners. This was a very eye-opening experience because the nurse practitioners, it was only 8,000 jobs in the geriatric palliative care and hospice nationwide for nurse practitioners. They're not needed. So she was able to come back and say, okay, so I don't need to do nurse practitioners. There's not a big need in that space. And I mean, we really went down. We came back and decided that we want to go back and look at NICU and PICU and pediatrics to see what area that she wants to focus in. The idea is to ensure, go through your niche. This is for you, Pam. This is for you, John. This is for you, Jackie. For all of our people that are still focusing on that niche, is to really sit down and take the time to look at the market to see what freaking works. Okay, you've got to look and see what works and what doesn't, because then you have a better idea of how to manage your niche. So I hope that was somewhat helpful for everyone there. I'm going to keep the questions going. Keep the questions coming. I absolutely love you. Yes, Jackie already did that for you. Okay, she says, can you talk about how to pick a niche? For example, job postings, numbers. I think I just did that, but did that make sense? Yeah, she said, I love the Excel spreadsheet. Well, actually, I will, for my Staffingpreneurs, once we make the spreadsheet beautiful, I'll go ahead and put it in Staffingpreneurs Academy, but we're actually going to sell this spreadsheet online. So you guys are members, you'll get a copy for free. It will be sold online. And I'm thinking about maybe creating an app for that so that you can just go online and plug your numbers in, especially as you're growing your business and you're looking to see, and you're looking to add additional niches on. I think that'll be freaking awesome, right? Let's see. I'm going to keep going through the questions really quickly before I get back to the chat. Jackie had a question yesterday that I only answered half of her question. She said she decided to keep her page, but I thought it was a great question to answer because I get it quite often. If I already have a Facebook page that's already populated with people, do I go in and create a whole new Facebook page, or do I keep the same page that I have and change the name? And I say keep the same page that you have and change the name so that you can get that, that SEO action on the back end, and just you're going to, either way you do it, you're going to have to you're going to have to establish that market all over again, regardless of whether you start a new page or an old page. I say keep the page that you have and change the name. And it looks like she read my mind, and that's exactly what she did. She kept her page and changed the name. So for anyone who has that question in the future, I just want to answer that. Sharon, I did not forget about you. Before we leave this call, I'm going to show you where the lessons cover the calculator. If you haven't found it, I know I'm a day or two late, but please charge it to my mind and not my heart. Let's just see. We have, okay, a question came in. I've noticed that a few of my coworkers have been to my company's LinkedIn and website. I'm nervous about them finding about me starting my business. Please advise. Whew, it's hard, to be honest with you, to answer that question. If they're going to your page, one of the two things are happening. One, they're either spying on you so that they can build a case against you, or they want to work with you. So it depends on who's looking at your page. Is management looking at your page? Are employees looking at your page? I don't have any hardcore advice other than get your ass in gear and start working in the event that they do decide to let you go. This is the time now, if you're in this particular position, that you've got to go back to where we started at the beginning of this call and get focused. And I'm talking about lose a little bit of sleep over the next couple of weeks. And I mean, really start creating activities that are going to be around you generating business. I want you to start getting into some networking events and start talking about it so that you can get your job orders. Yes, that is a major flag. And so just keep that in mind. Now you can go in and really, if you're connected to them on LinkedIn, you can unfollow them on LinkedIn so that way they can't see the activity. Now, one of the reasons why I believe they probably saw the activity is when you created that page and added it to your LinkedIn, Did you turn off notifications? Because every time you make a change to your LinkedIn profile, it notifies everyone in your network that you have made a change on your profile. And it is designed to do that so that people can respond and congratulate you and start the conversation. Okay, so that's super that's super important to keep in mind. Okay, so the Staffingpreneur says that I work in staffing and career development, just not my niche, but healthcare related. So now, if it's not the same niche, then it's nothing they can really say about it. Like, legally, really, I mean, it's not a conflict of interest. But if they're uncomfortable that you're progressing, then it could be, a challenge. So just keep that in mind, my love. And I believe you'll be fine, but I also believe this is a time that you really want to step up your game and really start getting, and not I say this respectfully, to start getting very serious about your business. Not to say that you have not, but I mean taking it to another level. I'm talking steam coming out your ears, coming out your back, and you really diving and grinding in your business, right? I hope that was helpful just a little bit. Okay. But it's okay, good. Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. But so she said she checked the handbook, but she didn't see anything. And that's another thing. If they come to you, you just want to make sure that you mention there's nothing in the handbook that speaks against it. So I'm glad you checked the handbook, because you signed it, and that is really your guide to making sure that you're covering yourself there. Okay, Constance, we've got a praise report in the house. Woo! Y'all know I get excited. Okay, don't laugh at me, guys. Y'all know I get excited. This is my favorite day of the week. I love it. Okay. Praise report from Constance, Focus Employment Solutions. And I'm going to just kind of pull this in front of my screen because my neck is over here like, hold on one second here. I wonder, okay, it's still, my Excel is doing something crazy. Okay. Let me go back. I'm not going to put it. Oh yeah, I can do it. Okay. I think I'm in a good place. Okay. Focus Employment Solutions attained an exclusive contract with Melaleuca. I don't even know who that is. Melaleuca has achieved consistent and profitable growth with an annual revenue consistently hitting over $1 billion. They have over 3,400 employees and operations in 17 countries around the world. Can Constance get some love in the house tonight? Woo! Constance, your praise reports, the fire in me just gets lit up. I'm trying to tell you when I see your praise reports. Please don't stop it. Constance is rocking it out, honey. When you want to talk about staying focused, do I need to put my song on? Jackie said, wow, she did that. She said, wow, she did that. Constance said, I am so excited. I just want to get somebody put something in the Staffingpreneurs group, giving Constance some mad love on her success, on her praise report. I mean, she really is doing that thing. Everyone is screaming, congratulations, Constance. I am so proud of you. That is awesome. What type of positions are you going to be filling? Because I know you started out in a general space and then you kind of went into that niche space. So I'm interested to hear how and what level you're going to be supporting them. That's awesome. Let's see. D, you love Maluk. I do. Pam, she said, I love their products. What are their products? I'm going to have to look them up. I don't know what their products are. Pam, tell me. If I love them, then I want to support Constance even more. Oh, the natural hair or natural food products. Now that I'm not familiar with. I do love, you said I would love their products. Yeah, you do. Oh, wow. Oh, everybody's screaming they have great products. Okay, I definitely have to check this out. Y'all got me very, very personal care. Y'all got me very interested. Y'all know my staffing, my veganism is strong, and I love anything that's natural and it's going to keep us healthy and on this planet a while longer, much longer, right? So there you go. Okay. So I'm going to keep going down. Congratulations, Constance. Mwah! I'm blowing some kisses at you too, because girl, you did that thing for real. High five, high five, high five. She rocked that thing out. I love that. Okay. No, when you're in DC, I may still be in Houston. Wanda, what? What's the date? I may be able to change my schedule. We're in Houston the very last, we're in DC the first week in August. The very first week in August. And I'm actually flying into DC on that Saturday or that Sunday. So for some of you, I'm actually going to be reaching out to you because I want to hook up with you and I want to do lunch. I'm bringing my camera because, as you guys know, we're putting together a staffing startup.tv podcast. My staff keeps reaching out to each and every one of you staffingpreneurs. Y'all refuse to respond, but we're trying to get you guys online for an interview to do an online podcast to brand your businesses. Y'all got to stop ignoring me. I'm trying to assist you and help you grow your business. So as I go into some of these states, I wanted to actually meet some of you live. We'll do some online, but I actually want to meet you in person. So I'll be bringing my camera. My staff will be reaching out to all of my DC staffingpreneurs. I'm going to spend a lot of my time prior to the boot camp reaching out to each and every one of you, getting you on camera, getting my podcast interview to talk about your business. I don't care where you are in your business. It is to motivate you and to inspire you to take it to the next level. So I'm absolutely loving that. Oh my gosh, the chat box is like on fire. I can't even keep up, honestly. And I say that with love, everyone. I absolutely love you guys for being patient. Okay. We have a question here. If a company already has an in-house recruitment staff, will that make it more challenging approaching and or making that company a client? That's an excellent question. And it's not more challenging, especially if the company you're speaking about has an intern recruitment. Most companies have an internal recruitment department, most companies. So remember, you are an extension to that company. You're an extension, right? So you're there to support them, not to take over their job. The only time you're there to take on the responsibility of the full job is when they don't have a recruitment department, right? But if they do, your job is to become an extension because they may be working on positions that are harder to fill or that are easier to fill or that are in higher demand, and they're giving you opportunities to help you fill some of the positions that are easier to fill. So keep that in mind. That's an excellent, excellent question. And do not be afraid if they have an in-house recruitment and staffing agency. A lot of times they'll reach out to you. Okay, so that's a great question. Ronaldo says, I'm in the DC boot camp. Can't miss this. It's too close. Woo! I love Ronaldo. He's one of my favorite people on this planet. And he's bringing one of his best friends with him, Glasgow, who I'm telling you, he's always interrupting my classes. But when I tell you, you can feel his sincerity about making this business do what it do. I absolutely love it. When he came to the Atlanta boot camp from DC, not only did he dive in and overcome his fear, but when he came back home to DC, he got his staff involved and said, hey, listen, y'all record me while I test out these business development calls. And he put him in the Facebook group and allowed us to critique him and to give him feedback. It was just such a beautiful experience. So this is freaking awesome. I look forward to seeing you guys in a couple of weeks because we're going into July as of Monday, Saturday, we'll be in July. Okay. Let's just see. Everyone's saying welcome to Jonathan. They're sending him mad love. Let's just see. Let's see. What am I missing? Okay. So I was going to recruit for LPNs and RNs. Are you saying it's too general? I'm not saying that it's too general. I'm saying this, and this is what I've been saying from day one. You know, you when you say RN specifically, that in itself is a niche within a niche. But okay, so you have the healthcare industry is your first level, right? So that's you're niching from doing all staffing as a whole. Then when you get into healthcare, you decided, okay, I'm going to do nurses. So now you niched within a niche. But when you think about it, there are a million different types of nurses. And if for you to compete on this market effectively, just saying I'm going to support RNs is just very, very general. You don't really, in my opinion, you're not really providing. It's challenging for you. In my opinion, it's not niche enough just to say I'm placing all RNs. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, I only say that if you're recruiting by yourself. If you have a team, then it's very doable. But if you are a one-man firm, you have to understand. If you are a one-man firm, you've got to understand where your value comes in is within the niche. So when we went out and we decided, okay, so for RNs, we're going to go in and we're going to focus on RNs that are specific in geriatric, palliative care, and hospice. Now your agency can become that agency on the market that everybody knows about. That, hey, this agency focuses, when I need a geriatric RN, I can go to this firm. When I need a palliative care RN, this is the company I want to call. When I need a hospice RN, this is the company I want to call. And so that is where your power comes in. Not only that, that gives you an opportunity to have serious direction in your business. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to start off with RNs and LPNs. You can just start off with RNs. And of course, if you need to do LPNs as your client asks for it, that's one thing. But you want to be able to, how do you know what clients you're going to go after, right? When you look at the niche as a whole, the way we've broken it down, now she knows, okay, what places need geriatric RNs? What companies need palliative care RNs? What type of companies need hospice RNs? And now she has a clear direction and understanding of what types of companies that she wants to go after, and it's specific. And then her website is talking about those things specifically. Okay, then she can specifically reach out to RNs with that geriatric experience. And so that's why we went in to see how many jobs were out there. And again, we're only seeing a small piece of the pie as far as how many jobs are available because we only went to one resource, which was Indeed. And I use Indeed because it is a job board aggregator and it pulls jobs from all over the world, right? So in one location. So that doesn't include the niche job boards that are specific to registered nurses or nursing, or maybe even geriatric, palliative care, and hospice. If they don't have those, I would say create it because now you're in that niche, but that doesn't include that. That doesn't include your career builder, your monster. It doesn't include those things, right? So we're only looking at a small portion here that's available for that particular niche. But when you look at it now in that RN market, she now has a serious focus. She can now go in and talk specifically and directly to these geriatric, palliative care, hospice. She now has a vision and a mission. It just makes it a lot easier to be able to manage your niche and grow. And just because you start off in that particular space doesn't mean that that's where you're going to stay forever. You understand? This is just your starting point so that you can get into business and rock it out immediately versus trying to, pick. I'm just trying to find anything. One of the things I notice about a lot of staffingpreneurs, they get into business and they get excited or they get nervous and they're like, I just need a job order. I don't even care. Just give me any type of job order. And I'm going to tell you that I would never tell you not to do that, but I will also tell you that you've got to be able to focus in a specific area so that you can create a brand and a name for yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? The niche is where it's at. I keep telling you guys, and it's getting more and more aggressive. And it's not just in our industry. If you go to any industry, you'll see niche is it, right? If you go into the porn industry, I say it all the time. they have it niched out. You want a redhead, you want a midget, excuse my French, no disrespect. You want, a tall lady, a short lady, a chocolate lady, an Asian, like they niche. People have preferences. If you look into the internet marketing space, everything is about niche, especially in the e-commerce space. Is it help? Are you looking at fitness products? Are you looking at hunting? Are you looking at, this niche. And then when they even niche, when they say, okay, my niche is hunting, they even go and they niche within a niche within a niche. Okay, I focus on hunting, but only camping products. Or I only focus on the lights that are used to, when I don't hunt, so I don't know. But they're niching within a niche within a niche. So I just want you to kind of keep that in mind. You can see it all around the world. They're niching. Job boards niching. They're niching aggressively now. And if you think about it from a larger perspective, when you go into LinkedIn groups, when you go into Facebook groups, what do you see? Niches. The niche, the niche, the niche. It's there, right? You're going into groups that are specifically focused on something specific. And those groups grow because everyone is all on one accord. They all have the same energy going in the same direction. That is what makes the niche powerful. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there at you so that you'll I hope that was somewhat helpful for you with that question. It was an amazing question. Okay. Jackie says occupational therapists and rehabilitation centers, different things like that. Exactly. Because you got to look at it from a larger perspective. How many rehabilitation centers are there out there? Literally in your area, in the top 10 cities nationwide. Now you can pick, okay, so if I'm focusing on rehabilitation centers, now you can start pipelining candidates for rehabilitation centers in different areas of the country. Pick up that phone, start calling and profiling and find out what they want, what they need, and take it to the next level. Woo! I got excited, y'all. That fire is just burning on the inside. I love it. Okay. Wanda is cracking up at me. I absolutely love her. She says, okay, wait, we're still going down to the niche. We're going to come back. Questions are still pouring in. So give me 1 second. I'm going to reach out to everyone. I hope that was helpful. And I answered your question. I have, how do you handle when clients ask how long we've been doing recruiting? What if they ask for past client names? Most companies in this particular industry don't ask how long you've been in business. In all my years of recruiting and staffing, I've never had one company ask me how long I've been in business. However, if you put it out there that's you, I basically would be honest. I would tell them. I would say I'm brand new. And let them know. If they ask, I wouldn't put it out there. But if they ask, let them know I'm brand new. And I'm excited about the opportunity to work with you. You are kicking my business off. Thank you so much. And you're going to get the most amazing service because you are my very first client. You understand? So let them know. Be honest. And I always say be honest, 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 honest. Okay? Be honest. You want to, that's super duper important. Okay. They're high-fiving Constance here. I'm talking, giving her so much love. It is insane. I absolutely love it. Lorraine said, I love you, Constance. You go, girl. I love that. And Constance says she's working on visual designer, a senior visual designer. I'm not going to name all her positions, but she's doing in the IT, and all the positions are over 100K. Rock it out, my girl, my queen, my goddess. Rock it out, my love. Constance, she's probably over there cracking up at me. She says, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And they are a wellness company. That's awesome. I love your grind. I love your grind. Wanda, I'm sending you a registration for you for that DC. I want to see your beautiful chocolate face at my live boot camp in DC. I'm shutting it down if Wanda's not showing up. Okay. Pam, are you coming to DC or are you coming to Dallas? You were supposed to be in New Orleans. Are you coming to DC or are you coming to Dallas? Okay. I have another question here. What are your thoughts on jobs that offer sign-on bonuses as a niche because the need is so great? So jobs that offer sign-on bonuses are typically you see a lot of it in the nursing space. But no thoughts. The need is definitely great. We don't get paid off of that sign-on bonus, so it really doesn't matter. But I don't know if I would make that just a whole niche as a whole, just companies that are looking for sign-on bonuses. Because there are companies out there that'll offer a sign-on bonus, and it's not a massive need. When you can have a regular IT project management position, and we can negotiate a sign-on bonus when it wasn't even offered on the table from the very beginning. So each candidate, each position, you can negotiate a sign-on bonus for your candidate if the client is available. If the client is open to that. So I don't know if I would use it as a niche as itself, but definitely, you can find if they have a sign-on bonus that they're offering, they're definitely hurting. And I definitely would see that or create that as one of my strategies. You and I talked about creating strategies, making that as a priority strategy on companies that you ultimately want to reach out to. So keep that in mind. What else do I have? Okay, the questions have slowed down a little bit. Jackie says, the niche helps you stand out from huge staffing companies. You just said a mouthful. That's the one thing that I keep trying to tell staffingpreneurs. I've been telling y'all for a long time. If you're doing everything that everybody else is doing, what sets you apart? Just saying. You understand what sets you apart? Again, y'all see me often talk about how staffing and recruiting is very similar to dating. And I'm a female, right? Y'all know, right? And single. But what if I did everything that every other woman did? What man would take me seriously? Just saying, right? He's going to put me in this pool. Same thing for women. If you see a guy comes across your path that fits in the mold with everything else, how exciting is that, right? And he's average, he's normal. But that guy that comes off and he's like not interested, or he's putting up somewhat more of a challenge, then all of a sudden your eyes are open a little bit more, right? Or if he does something differently than everyone else, same thing with a woman. If she's doing what everybody else is not doing, like keeping them closed, then all of a sudden there's a chase that's going on there. So it's really no different. You understand? The more that you are able to offer something different and able to niche your business even more. And I advise everyone who's niching to look at some type of training program or connecting with a training company to add more value to your business. That's going to be so imperative, because right now, where we are in the economy, especially in the healthcare IT and the healthcare space, training is imperative. One of the things that we found out today, even in the RN space, is that there are not enough RN educators. And this RN, this healthcare industry, man, the nurse, they're about to be hit. So they're hit now hard, but it's getting worse. I mean, the more market research that I do in that RN space, I mean, they don't have enough nurse educators. You've got baby boomers that are retiring. You got people are sick. The more I'm not going to get political, but you guys know, the more, the foods that we eat and the lack of exercise and the more medicine, in my opinion, that we take, we get sicker, right? We don't typically function on a daily basis living in health. We just live in this program and it's making us sicker. So the more people that get sick, then what? The more nurses we need. But if they're all retiring, then we don't have anybody to support the healthcare system. So, that's a whole different topic of discussion. But when you do the market research, you start to see where this is really not a good look for not just the United States, but globally. So again, there you go. Look at Jackie. She talking about, please record the guest giving YouTube tips in DC. I will probably, Jackie. I will. Constance saying, I love you guys. Oh man, let me just tell you, Constance is a heavy hitter right now. When I tell you she gets me excited, and I'm telling you, I need my Q&A calls more. Constance, can you call me and inspire me more? You're doing it up. Constance landed her contracts, guys. Guess what her fee was to the client? 24%. Wow! Constance, you are just on fire. Let's just get that up on there, honey. Let them know who you are. Yes, 24%. Those are great. That's a great feat. That's great for you guys to know. You do not have to lower your rate. A lot of you go in with a very lack-minded mentality. You know, oh, I'm new. I'm gonna just charge them 10% or 15%. Or you connect with clients who tell you they can't afford more. These companies have money. She just negotiated 24% fees for her jobs, and both jobs are over 100K. Get it, Constance? Yes. Woo! I'm telling you, Constance, I know Jackie. Jackie just said, listen, Constance, she's loving you. She just said, Constance gives me life. Yes, she is breathing life into her business. And I absolutely love, I'm missing Trudy today because she's another one that breathes life into her business. Okay? And she's not afraid to negotiate that fee. Y'all see Lori Struby, she's another one breathing life into her business. Okay? You do not have, especially when you've got that niche, you do not have to have lower fees. You don't have to come in at the end of the totem pole. Oh, I just take what I can get. If you're taking what you get, then you're defining to your clients your level of worth. Can I say that again? Did anybody hear me say that? Did anybody hear that? Did you catch that? When you say, okay, I'll just take what you're willing to give me, you're basically letting them know that that is your worth. And then not only are you letting them know that's your worth, you're reconfirming to yourself that you're not worth more than that 10% fee, that you're not worth more than that 15% fee, that the work that you put in day and night is only worth 10 to 15%. Where this young lady right here is saying to this company, she's worth 24%. Okay? I had a client in December who I let him know I was worth 25%. I've got another staffingpreneur. She landed a contract that was she was worth 29%. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all feel that? Okay. Constance says, I started the negotiation at 30% and we settled for 24. Now, do you see that? Now, I'm Constance. Woo! You make me want to get some type of little groove going on over here. Because what do I tell you? Start at the high end and negotiate down. Now, what if Constance walked in the door and started negotiating at the industry standard of 20%? Her fee would have been 15. But she walked in the door not afraid to say, my fee is 30%. That's my worth. Okay? Industry standard is 20%. She still rocked it out at 24%. She still rocked it out at 24%. That's major, 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 major. That's what I'm talking about. That's breathing life into your business. That's knowing your worth. Okay? Hey, Tanisha, don't apologize, honey bunny. Let me fill you in, my love. Constance just landed a huge contract with $1 billion company. And basically, all the positions are over 100K. And she negotiated a 24% fee. Please give her some love. In addition, woo! You understand? Live boot camps. That's what we talked about. You'll see the replay, but I wanted to throw that out there because I thought that was freaking awesome. And she deserves all the kudos that you guys can give to her. Tanisha said, Constance, yes. She said, get it. Lorraine said, because people feel like I get what I pay for. So if you're at 10%, they're not expecting real value. Now you're speaking about it. Now you're talking about it. And for everyone who's just saying, well, I'll just take what I can get. That's you're going to get. They're going to get. That's how they're going to see your worth. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're going to see your worth there. I like that 30% number. I think I mentioned that in the manual. Start your negotiations at 30%. Has anybody seen that? I think I mentioned that in Staffingpreneurs Academy. Start your negotiations at 30%. Has anybody seen that? I think I've mentioned that on the Q&A calls. Start your negotiation at 30%. Has anybody seen it? I'm just asking. Maybe I haven't been saying this for the last 5-10 years. Maybe I don't know. But somebody heard me. It sounds like Constance heard me. High five, high five, high five. I love that. I love that. Constance said, I heard you, D. That's what I'm talking about. Tanisha said, cocktails and capital, laugh out loud. All right, Constance says, thank you, Staffingpreneurs. Latasha said, yes, you said it, D. Lorraine said, D, you said it. Sheila said, yep, D, I heard it. Jackie said, yeah, I remember you saying that. Okay. Wanda said, yes, I've seen that. And Wanda also said, that's so true. The more they pay, the more value they perceive. Okay. So the question is, what type of staffing agency are you? What type of niche staffing agency are you? Are you here? Are you just getting by? Do you feel like your worth is only enough to just get by? Right? Are you allowing them to negotiate your contract for you? Or are you negotiating your own contracts? And what level of fear do you have on the inside and insecurity on the inside that's not allowing you to see your value and your worth at that 30%? Those are heavy questions that you might want to look in the mirror and ask yourself. Because staffingpreneurs, you are the answer. I don't know how many times I can tell you this. As I travel through this nation and I even talk to companies and I tell them what I do, they say, oh my gosh, D, you figured the answer out. This is what we've been waiting on. You are the answer with that niche. You've got to understand the power that you have. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you know your value? Do you know what you bring to the table? I just got to put it out there because I'm not sure you guys know about that. I'm not sure you know. I'm not sure you know, but I'm here to remind you of who you are. You have more value to companies than any general agency on this planet. She started at 30%. She could have started at 35% and negotiated that contract at a 26% fee. Do you understand? If she really wanted to, because she has something that every other agency that doesn't have. And that's called what? A niche. A great one. A pipeline. A great one. I love it. Woo! I love it. Woo! Yes. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. Constance says, yes, I do. I am the solution. She knows her worth. Okay? She knows her. Sheila said, she's cracking up. She's always saying, D, I'm over here nodding my head up and down. Tanisha said, D, I remember you said that. Jackie said, the richest are in the niches. Y'all hear me say that. A lot of you signed up through the 6-figure program. And what did I say? What do I say? You get rich with your niche. That's how it is. That's how true it is. So I just wanted to throw that out there at you. I love this was an excellent Q&A call. I think I have touched on every question that's out there. Did I miss anyone anything? Did I miss anyone anything or anything? Okay. Also, oh yes, we got another praise report. Yeah, come on, y'all, bring them out here to me. Let me see who's breathing love and life in their business. Tanisha, she had to get on this call a little bit late, but she wanted to stop by real quickly and leave her praise report, kind of stick around and put her praise report in there. Tanisha Daniels, she said, I am happy to announce that I have 2 new clients. Yes! She says she's got one out west and another one that is local. Constance says, kudos, Tanisha. Trudy said, woo, woo. Hey, Trudy, how are you? I missed you, girl. The praise reports are coming in, honey. Tanisha got 2 new job orders. Constance got she just landed a big contract with a banging placement fee. Honey, I am loving this. What's going on with you, Trudy? I know you got things going on in your business. Tell us, what is your praise report this week? Oh, she said, oh my gosh, D, I'm rocking it out. She didn't even hesitate, okay? She said, OMG, D, I'm rocking it out. Let me just tell you. So while she's typing in her praise report, I just wanted to, I love her. She's so awesome. I just want to tell you that Tanisha, everyone is sending you love. Woo, woo. Tanisha said, y'all, I'm smiling from ear to ear. Constance says, outstanding. She says, thank you, ladies. Jackie says, yes, Tanisha. I mean, getting it in. I love that. Constance says, kudos, Trudy. She's already giving kudos. Tanisha says she loves every one of you staffingpreneurs. Wow. Trudy says she just came back from a meeting with a government contract. Okay, if I was lighter, I would definitely be red in the face. Y'all gotta know that. That is awesome, Trudy. I love that. Get it. High five, high five, high five. I'm telling y'all staffingpreneurs are outdoing yourselves here right now. Look at that. She said, honey, you don't have to worry about being late. You were late for a good reason, Trudy. You came back with your job order, government contract that's major. She said she was gathering all her information and building relationships. That's what I'm talking about. Constance says, woohoo, Trudy. Sheila says, congratulations, ladies. Very inspiring. Wanda said, that is awesome. Pam said, get it, Trudy. Trudy talking about get it to y'all for doing all the great things y'all are doing. Jackie says, you grow, Trudy. Constance says, we are building an empire. Yes, Constance. I had to put my leg up on that one and bend to the side a little bit. Yes, Constance. We are building an empire. Trudy said, yes, we are. Yes, we are. She said, we are building an empire. I love it. Y'all do that thing. Y'all like, where are my fellas right now? Y'all gonna let the ladies just show y'all up like that? Where are my fellas representing their business? Come on, guys. I want to hear your great your praise reports. I got to take Constance's line. Your praise report. Where are my fellas representing their business? The ladies they have it in. They're doing it. Tanisha says, I just want to say that this group gives me life. Indeed, your energy gives me even more life. Girl, I'm giving myself life over here too, because I just get excited when I see people actually focused and in their business. We've got a lot of staffingpreneurs on this academy that have been talking about this business for 6 months, for a year, that have been showing up to these Q&A calls for 6 months to a year. But you got people that's coming into this academy and they are doing it. You got people that are coming in and saying, this is my focus, this is my goal, and they are doing it. And they're not playing around, let me just tell you. They're not playing around, as you can see. Do y'all see that? They're not playing around. They have established a strong niche and they're going out there and they're focusing and they're putting love and life into their business. And that's what it's about. You can see your desired result if you are putting the time and energy in this business. That is what it takes. I absolutely love it. Yes, Trudy said, feel the fear and do it anyway. Can I get a t-shirt that says that? Where's my staff? I got to get my staff. Well, can I get a t-shirt? Feel, F-E-E-L, feel the fear and do it anyway. Hello. I gotta Skype my staff. That's our next t-shirt. And that one, the first one, Trudy, when we get it up, you're going to get the first one. You're going to get the first one. All right, we're going to get that up for you because that is what it's about. Feel the fear and do it anyway. You got to step out there. She said, woo, woo, thank you. You got to step out there. If you're afraid to make that phone call, make it anyway. If you're afraid to talk about your business, talk about it anyway. If you're afraid, do it. When you're afraid, that's when you know you're on the brink of something awesome. That's when you know you just got to face that fear and like punch it in the face or take it and kick it and knock it out the box and throw it across the world. It does not belong to you. Fear does not live in you, honey bunnies, right? We're the no fear zone. But if you do feel it, take it and use it to rev up that energy you got inside and to get your life, get your business. All right, y'all know I get excited. Y'all know I like this. Y'all know this is I get excited because this is what this business is about. This is what having your own business is about. Do you understand? This is what it means to be an entrepreneur. This is what it means to be a staffingpreneur. You can do this business if you're putting your energy in there. I absolutely love it. Constance says you have to believe in what you're doing. You're excited for your business. And she says you're excited for your business. Your excitement, let me just say that, your excitement for your business will excite your audience. Are you guys excited right now? I know you are because you guys feel my energy, and I know you feel my energy because I feel your energy coming back. But that's because I'm excited. You understand? So Trudy said Constance said a mouthful. You got to be excited about your business. I hear when we did one of the Q&A calls, one of the boot camps, the lady, she's calling, hi, my name is such and such. Hey, this is D. You got to put some oof in there. Pull it down from your core. When you're singing, you put it from your core. When you're excited about something, you're pulling it from your core. Jonathan would say your root chakra. Right? You get it from you. So you got to pull it in. You got to pull it in from the bottom, and you got to take that thing and allow it to manifest in the area in which you want it to. Okay? That's what this is about. Yes, Constance says you can do anything that you put your mind to. Sheila says be fearless on the phone. All I can do is say no. All I can do is say no on the phone or in person. But that's not what your intention is. Your intention is for them to say yes. And sometimes you just have to tell them, say yes before you say no. Say yes. Yes, say yes. Or you'll be back. I'll wait for you. You've got to plant that seed in their mind. You got to plant that seed. Trudy said, yes, preach, D. I love it. Listen, this has been an absolutely amazing call. Do we have any more praise reports before we go? I love ending this call with praise reports because this should inspire you guys to get on that phone as soon as you get off this call and start calling candidates, making sure your niche is legit. Making sure, and for all my newbies, I hope and pray that you are inspired, that the people that are functioning in this academy, that you see their success. I hope it is inspiring you to take more to put more energy and more love into your business, because as you can see, it's happening. It works. If it's not working for you, it's something that you're doing wrong. Do you understand? If this business is not working for you, it's something that you're doing wrong and you want to go back in and regroup. All right? So I just want you to keep that in mind. We're going to end this call right here with this. Constance says, D, you invested money into this academy. Make what you have learned your own. She said, let me repeat this. She said, she's talking to you. She's not talking to me. Just so you know, Constance. She's not talking to me. She's talking to you. She says to each and every staffingpreneur that's on this call, that is listening to this replay, this is from Constance, okay, to you. She says, you invested money into this academy. Make what you have learned on your own. Make what you have learned on your own. Make what you have learned your own. I'm sorry, Constance. Let me repeat that again. You invested money into this academy. Make what you have learned your own. Make what you've learned your own. That means take the information that you have in this academy and give it your own life. Make it yours. This is my formula is my formula. Remember that. It's my formula and it works. However, you should be putting your own swag, your own vibration into this business to make it yours, right? That's what Constance is doing. That's what Trudy's doing. That's what Lori Struby's doing. That's what Dee's doing. That's what you understand. That's what Tanisha's doing. You got to make it your own. You got to put your own energy in, your own creativity, your own love. I appreciate that love, Constance. Your own flavor. Thank you, Trudy. That's the word I was kind of looking for. Your own flavor into it. She said, put your flavor in it. That's your personality, is your flavor, just in case you don't know. So if you guys don't have a personality, you might be in a challenging position, but every one of you does, right? So put your flavor, put your own flavor in it. Constance said, that's right. This business is whatever you decide that you want it to be. And it's yours. And everybody's going to accept it the way you present it. So I absolutely love you guys. I have kidnapped you for a full hour and a half now. If you have any additional questions, please put it into the academy. When you signed up tonight, that you don't have to sign up for another Q&A call to the end of the year, because this is going to send you a reminder every 2 weeks that it's Q&A call time. We'll do it every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. I expect to see you guys here so that you can hear your praise reports, so that you can ask the questions that you need asked, so you can get answers to your questions, so you can just feel that energy from other staffingpreneurs that are actually in their business. So please, 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 please keep that in mind. Tanisha says, pray, meditate, exercise, and surround yourself with doers. In my Jay-Z voice, I got the keys. I love it. And with that, we are closing out. You know, I absolutely love you, staffingpreneurs. I am so proud. I mean, I tell you, I can't even explain the level of joy that I feel right now. I am so proud of you, and I look forward to seeing you guys super duper 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 successful. Jackie says, thanks, D and SPA peeps. Love the Q&A call. Constance says, D, thank you for all that you do. I love you. Mwah. That's for Jackie. That's for Constance. That's for Trudy. That's for Tanisha. Yes, working it out. Yes, I love it. And that's for every other staffingpreneur on this call that needs a little bit of motivation, a little bit of love, a little bit of light. We are sharing it with you. We are here to support you. I love you guys. Love you back, Tanisha. Love you, Pam. Love you, Wanda. Love you, everybody. Y'all have a great night. I'm going to see y'all in 2 weeks. Back here at 7 p.m. on the Q&A call. Have a great night. I love you guys.